Doing great. Good to see everybody.
Jay, you get the opportunity to have some reflection on your first year as a special teams coordinator in the NFL. How did that process go for you, and where are you looking to improve upon the most going into the season?
Yeah, it was the opportunity to reflect is, I mean, that's what we all do after the year, which is awesome, and it's everything in terms of the improvement, even the stuff that you feel like you did well. You with enough time, and you're really self-critical. You want to do even better. You know what I mean? So every phase, really regardless of how it went, you're trying to chase those improvements. Some going to be smaller than others probably, and then looking again at what you have on your roster and, hey, we have this particular player. Maybe this is an area where we could do something a little bit different than we did before. So that's a kind of a different wrinkle on it, but it makes it really exciting. But yeah, the self-reflection, just the same as we ask for of the players, is a huge part of what we do as coaches too.
What are your thoughts on moving the touch back with the idea of getting more returns?
I think it'll be effective in terms of the having that result. More times than not, it feels like it's never going to be quite as extreme as what your initial gut reaction would be. Hey, it's going to be this percentage. It's usually not quite that, but I do think if that is the desired goal, then it'll be effective when we look back at it.
Having gone through a whole year with that pretty drastic change to kickoff, what did you think about the way that played out over a season?
About just the format in general?
Yeah.
I thought it was great. It's good football. It's all the stuff that we love about it: the blocking, the tackling, the big plays, the big defensive plays that light up the stadium. It's all that same stuff. So, big fan of it, and it gives those guys in that realm and the special teams world, it's more opportunities, which is really fun. So, loved it, and I think a few of the tweaks that were made have a chance to make it even better. And like everything else in the game, trying to make it as safe as possible, make it exciting to watch and fun to watch. I think it's really cool.
So when you look at this year, is it easier to prepare for that, or is it harder because now you're looking for like that next spot to chase edges with those rules?
And the question is preparing for it
this
year as opposed to last year.
Because you didn't know what was going to happen last year. Now you've got some decent sample size.
Yeah. So it's interesting. You compare it to a year ago. We just started watching the UFL, and so now we're watching our own league. And I don't know. I think you hit on it. It's not one is really easier than the other. It's just different, right? One of them, a year ago, you're projecting, hey, this is what we think it'll be like. This is what types of plays we think will be effective. This is what we anticipate, timing and spacing and all that. Well, now we know, and it's the same. It's like, man, you never feel like you've made it, in any part of football as a coach. So you know more stuff, and you're going to apply it. But it's different, but the same. You're still chasing those, trying to understand it better, trying to put the players in a little bit better position to make a big play, that kind of thing.
Looks like we see Steve Sims back there doing catches and punts and stuff like that. What do you like about him? Is he kind of a guy that could take over that role for you?
Yeah, big fan of Steve, and he's quick. He's twitched up. He takes it really seriously. He loves that role and really embraces it. Works his tail off. I mean, you guys see it from pre-practice to just throughout. His tremendous stamina and enthusiasm that doesn't wane either. From the meetings to throughout the rest of practice. So all those things, plus he has a lot of God-given talent too. So you combine those two things, it's pretty exciting, and we're thrilled to have him.
Michael Dickson has the third highest punting average in league history. Is he taken for granted sometimes, you think? And just thoughts on him making the top 50 in franchise history?
Yeah, he's certainly not taken for granted within this building. We love him and highly impressed by him all the time. I think the world of him. His consistency as a performer. He's really a model. Even though what he does is really different from a lot of other positions on the field, I think when you get past that, if you're another player and you see who he is as a pro and what he does day in and day out, the mental approach, the care he takes for his body, his ability to take information, good or bad, and process it and then move on. It's really a great example for other players as well. So super happy for him. He's very deserving of that honor. And again, just really thrilled to have him on our team.
Don't know how much of a voice you have in the draft process with certain players, but how excited were you to get Tory, Horton, and Ricky White, two guys who return kicks for touchdowns and also block punts at the college level? How exciting is that for you from a personnel standpoint?
Yeah, it's really exciting. I'm blessed to work with John and Mike, who I think do a fantastic job, including all of us as coaches in the process, and it's such a neat structure of low ego. Everybody's contributing. Nobody is hey, this is my guy, this is your guy, I'm going to get really defensive. You don't see any of that, which is really neat. And so love to be able to contribute of our opinions of how we see a guy being able to come in and help us and what his role might look like. And certainly it's a great thing when guys have done it in college and have shown you that it's important to them and they have certain skill sets. And then there's other guys, just depending on what school that they're at, they might not have had the opportunity, and they have a great skill set and they're going to take to it too. So I learned that even more this year some guys that can be great for you, they just haven't had the chance to show it yet. And but those two guys are put a lot of great stuff on tape. Excited to have them.
Jay, apologies if this was already asked, but your second year now in the NFL. What do you know now that you didn't know when you came into the league?
Yeah, I mean, how much time do you guys have? That could be a really, really long answer, and the way that you'd love to operate as a coach and you'd love our players to operate is, I'd hope to be able to say the same thing to you next year. Because you're constantly looking critically at everything that you do. You're looking at what other people are doing, the trends. Hey, these are the things I think are true. This is what, oh man, ended up being a little bit different. Here's some things I could have anticipated happening a little bit different. So it's a lot. The things that are obvious are the roster and the numbers and what that looks like week in and week out. Like, it logically and rationally, it, and then week in and week out when you see how drastically things can change and the availability of players. That's the one that would stand out as to any coach that's probably new to the NFL, is getting a feel for like the 53, then the 48, and then how much that can change and how late in the week that can change. And it's exciting. It's all cool stuff to learn, and thankful to have a lot of experience around the building too to draw on. So there's certain things, if you have an experience, they can help you see around the corner of like, hey, heads up, if this guy's down, then that might mean, X, Y, or Z. So, I could go on, but that would be probably the main thing that would stand out.
Were there things that you learned that helped, contribute to your evaluation of draft prospects going into this season? Like certain characteristics you're looking for in players that maybe you wouldn't have otherwise?
Compared to a year ago? Yeah, I think so. Again, that'll be, I hope I'm even better at it next year, coaching within this structure of scheme, because it is a lot different than college. Same fundamentals, same important things, but the limitations scheme-wise, you learn about that, and then you can really, once you know it better, you can project players into certain roles better. Hey, I can clearly see what this guy can do for us, and then also having a better sense, like I was just saying, about what the game day roster looks like. Where guys have more value than others is another area that you realize certain skill sets are just more valuable, you know what I mean? So that would probably be the main thing.
Anything else? Thanks, Jay.
Yeah, appreciate you guys.
Thanks, Jay.